In this episode of a mobile home makeover, I don't accomplish nearly as much as I set out to, and Emmy goes for a swim. We have a stray cat living here. This is only the second time I've seen him. When I was weed whacking, Deb made sure I preserved these, and boom, they've opened up. Quite lovely.
Back on the pavement.
Not fully charged. We're gonna have to dial our expectations. My ride is the Rad Power Bikes Rad River step through. I think it's got a 750 watt hub motor, rear hub motor. This ride is the Specialized, I think it's Turbo Levo or Specialized Levo. It's got a 250 watt mid-drive motor. Performance wise, they wind up having advantages and disadvantages on both of them. Although this one mostly has advantages. Out for another bike ride. Gotta watch the battery though. Oops. Even with battery anxiety, it's pretty fun. In the 1970s, there was a dam that collapsed and created this huge washout. Well, it's definitely good to start out your e-bike adventure with a full battery because I'm in limp mode, and it is a bit of a exercise going up this hill.
Got the red charging.
It's definitely. That's weird. You can't see these lights in the video at all, but they're on. Making my first walk to Safeway for supplies. It's all of 2 or 3 blocks. I've been there a couple times in the car already, but it's walkable. I might as well walk it. Well, Safeway was a little busy, but managed to get all stuff on the way back. Well, today's task is going to be inside the house. I need to seal up the crawl space first because HVAC people will be showing up when they show up, and then we'll... Compared to outside, R2 is making this space much more comfortable, but it's obviously a temporary solution unless it becomes a more permanent solution. The heating supposedly does work. Overall though, once again I'm reminded of just how nice the weather in San Francisco is, you know? We complain about not having enough heat, but I'll tell you what, when you got plenty of heat, having a little cool is really, really good. I think my plan is to move my bedroom out here for the evening. I may or may not stay here, and that way I can paint this hallway and the bedroom where I've been sleeping. And the big thing that I need to paint, obviously, is this area. Well, not obviously, but this is the last real stinky area. The cat box used to be over here. There's some stains. So I'm hoping to kill all this today, and I guess my plan is to save the hallway till last. I don't know precisely how I'm going to do this because I need to take a shower before I go out to the brewery and head up to the relatives, but I'll figure that one out. Maybe I'll paint the hallway one half and then the other half. I don't know. Suppose I might start thinking about killing a couple spots on the ceiling that need to get done too. Somebody doesn't want to give up her spot. Both I and the guy at the hardware store were confused because we were looking for something that attached by Velcro, but apparently This is just another name for Velcro. Hook it. Unfortunately, this is not quite the right size, but I hope it works anyway. Well, I think it's promising that I voluntarily put the bed and all my stuff right near one of the stinkiest spots previously. There's something being funny about the plug. That was pretty funny. Well, I started to dive into this area and dug a hole right through, so that's getting replaced. Which I'm not 100% sure what to do, but that's, I think, the big, ugly leak down into the basement part of it. The other part's going to be out in the water heater, I guess. And under the bathroom. Will I wind up just repairing that little section, or do I take out this big chunk that's been replaced? It's solid, but I'm probably going to want to access down below. Need to figure it out. This is screwed in. Looks like some kind of, I don't know, hex screw or square screw, something like that. A funky water heater door. And yeah, the water heater is resting on there's no tray under it, so if it leaks, it's gonna leak onto the floor. B, that's a piece of plywood that's been thrown in there. I haven't paid any attention to this area yet. I'm gonna need to vacuum it out, and I don't know if I can lift that up onto a tray or what, but Tommy, you got any comments? So I'm leaving everything kind of mid-project, and I'm gonna just scoot over to the brewery where I've been called. And, you know, sometimes social is important. Emmy, you get to come too. Emmy, over here, over here. Good girl. Yeah. Well, I was just at the brewery and I got plenty of local information, but Emmy enjoyed her dip in the creek and is now sacked out on the bed. Work is done, but sister-in-law Kim is planning on coming over tomorrow, the 4th of July, and we may do a little kilting. Create a little stink in here, we'll see. Tomorrow, maybe back porch sleeping, we'll find out. Thinking about the R2 situation a little bit. Why am I struggling to keep this place cold? There's a neighborhood park that actually allows dogs. I don't know about off leash, but dogs. Yeah, we're not gonna get too close to these guys. Emmy is a little bit familiar with the skunk. Dog rushed out to greet us. This time it's a puppy. Hopefully he's gonna return to his house. He's got no collar on. So I tried to go back to where this dog picked us up, and he's still following us, but maybe he's gonna stay here. I don't know. Otherwise, I'm not really quite sure what to do in this instance. Nobody came out to get him, and we don't really need another dog. Give an already do though. I tried to discourage him and tell him to go home, and it may be working. Maybe not. Well, he just lay down under a car and stopped following us after I told him to go home, so maybe he picked up the vibe, I don't know. Maybe that was his house. He's way back there. Yep, looks like he's giving up and going home. Thankfully. Hard to see above the tree right there, but there's a sweet view of Mars tonight. Right there. In the next episode, my brother's arriving to quote unquote help for a week. I'm pretty sure he'll at least help me get into that creek for a swim. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you can.